Venus Valley State Prison, Soledad, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. To accept this call, say or dial 5 now. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Hello.
Hey, that was kind of weird how they cut you off.
Yeah, it wasn't. I thought that it was because I was talking about this incident this morning, but it wasn't. The other phone right next to me was doing the same thing, even before I got on to the other guy that was using the phone. So just
okay.
you know, that happens sometimes with DTL, with Global Tel Link, the service, and it's just a malfunction. So, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I read your 21-page affidavit. The whole thing's been scanned and up on YouTube. Absolutely shocking that you still have your sanity. So I praise God that He has allowed you to maintain your sanity. I still got a new letter from you today. It was in a small envelope, and I've gone through all of your big envelopes except for one. So I'm almost caught up with all of the stuff that you sent, but I did read everything in it, and I published everything that was designated to be published.
Great, thank you, Rudy. Yeah, I started to mention to Aaron, and I don't know how far I got. I'm a little spaced out right now on the pain medication. I'm that guy, that 1 in a million guy, that I have to be literally screaming in pain to be willing to even take a Tylenol or aspirin, let alone anything heavier than that. I just hate putting any kind of drugs into my body. But I was in so much pain this morning. Like 4 times in my life I've been in this much pain. I would say if you took all the other pains besides those 4 that I've been through in my life, and I've been through a lot, believe me, and put them all together, they wouldn't equal this pain. So anyway, I'm a little spaced out, but the drug is wearing off, and the pain is coming back. So I had some kind of food poisoning. I think I came pretty close to dying. If I'd had the opportunity, I well might have taken myself out. That's how strong the pain was. Like screaming for 6 hours straight while these nurses are, sitting there laughing and accusing. They always go to the default position. Oh, this guy's malingering. And,
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
That to me is so frustrating because I have no reason to do that, and believe me, I don't want to be high on these people's radar, which I am now with an incident like this. And anytime I get high on their radar, I can expect some real serious retaliation to come in the next few days or whatever. And I hope not, but that's the way it seems always going here. So anyway, I'm in considerable pain again, already coming back, and they're not going to give me any more pain medication for the day. And this kind of thing, there's nothing really. I'm not wanting anybody to write letters or call or anything, because it's really nothing they'll do except cover their butts to say, oh, we did all this, we checked the blood pressure's fine, the temperature's fine, and all this, which it is, but they're not, that's not my problem. My problem is something that has nothing to do with those things. So they go through the motions. I just talked, between Aaron's call a few minutes ago and this one here to you, I was just talking to the medical people that finally came in here to dish out their medications to people, and the lady didn't even know the right from the left. She said, where's the pain? And I showed her on my left side where it started, and she goes, that's your right? And I looked at her and I said, no, that's the left. And she literally didn't know.
Wow.
So, that's the kind of people they have working in here. And Rudy, they've got armies of medical staff in here since the 3-judge panel cracked down on CDC, because 3 guys a day on average were dying just in California prisons. The prison system had become so big, 170-some thousand prisoners. 3 guys a day were dying unnecessarily, quote unquote, and that's why the federal judges stepped in and took over. That was like 5-6 years ago. But mostly what they've done is made now. They've got so much paperwork. We can't even get a simple throat lozenge or an aspirin or something like that without going through days of paperwork of bullcrap with a doctor has to order it. No, it's just crazy. It's got so counterproductive, and they've hired armies of people, and all they are is like Keystone cops bumping into each other that nobody knows literally where the right side of your body is versus the left now. So anyway, some of them are very sadistic. Like the nurse I have, there's some really, really compassionate people working at CDC. I always want to emphasize that. Both guards and medical staff and other free staff, really good people, kind of people that be my friends on the street. But there are some really bad ones. So I want to I don't want to paint a picture that everybody's really bad that works in here. They're not. But I just happened to get a really sadistic nurse this morning, and he's just going out of his way to make sure he took 5 minutes to do something that should have taken 20 seconds when I was screaming in pain. So anyway, I don't know where this is all going to go. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to die tonight, but this morning I sure felt like I was going to. So I don't, I'm not wanting anybody to contact anybody about this, because by the time they do, everything will be over with, and they'll all get a bunch of form letters saying, there's nothing that bad. We did the vital signs and everything looked fine. So
well, you're in our prayer. You're in our prayers for you. You're definitely going to be in our prayers tonight. And anybody that we know, we're going to ask them to pray for you. And hang in there, brother. I mean, after reading that 21-page affidavit, knowing what you've already been through, we want to see the day come when you walk out of that hellhole and regain your freedom, and all of heaven will rejoice, and there'll be a few parties here on earth. But I can't wait for the day that the Lord sets you free from that satanic prison hellhole.
Well, thank you for all that, and I'm sure that prayers helped, and I'm sure that kept me alive this long. I think that 21-page affidavit ended somewhere like, 12, 15 years ago when I wrote it?
Yeah, I think you wrote it in 2008. You wrote it 10 years ago, and it's about. I called it Free Lazor writes about 21-page affidavit on the horror of legal abuse syndrome, and the fact that you have, you've been trying to fight this through the system, do the right thing, and RVRs and appeals, and go through the legal system, and then they destroy all your paperwork, and they, it's just insanity. That's why when I was reading it, I was nearly brought to tears, and I'm just thanking God that you still have maintained your sanity, and you're still a fighter, and now you're going through this, but you're in our prayers, Free, and we want to see you free,
Well, thank you so much. I just got a letter from a person that knows you. She wrote it. Actually, it was a letter. It was a postcard on your postcards that you put out. From her last name is a Hispanic name, Connie.
Yes.
Maybe Gomez or Lopez or something.
Praise
like
God.
Anyway,
yes. She's a very sweet lady.
Pardon me?
She's a very, very sweet lady. Praise God for her.
Okay, so you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't have her postcard here with me at the phone. Yeah, I just got that and just read it over. I'm going to try to write her tonight. It's really rare that I can write anybody back that quick, but I'm going to try. So on sort of recuperation status, in a way,
right.
I may be able to get time to write a few things. So, but anyway, boy, there's always I've always got a list here of the stuff I'm trying to go through with you. And actually, one of the lists I didn't bring here to the phone.
Well, I
read. We need an update on all the stuff like it. Is it your time? Is it your time? Sign up time? Okay. All right. I got about half a minute till 8:15. All right. Hey, hey, Rudy?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, I heard Rudy, what's going on. Yes.
It's this guy's phone time. Right about now still.
Okay.
Yeah, I better go, and you take care, and thanks so much.
We love you, Lazor. We're praying for you, brother. All right. Bye-bye. I don't know if you guys could hear that. What I heard in the background, and I don't know if it came through on the recorder because it was very faint, is he had some dude like yelling at him in the background saying to get off the dang phone, that it was his time, and Lazor just asked for like 30 seconds, and the guy was livid and said you can't even have that. So I want you guys to imagine, you're at home right now. I don't know where you are listening to this. You may have a pet, you may be in a variety of different conditions as we go through this journey called life that the Lord has developed for all of us, but you're probably not in a situation where you're surrounded by reprobate, cussing, fighting, drug doing. I could go into a whole list of things that go on in prison, just yelling at you all the time. It's very, very bad situation these guys are in prison. And I pray that if you're hearing this and you're listening to this recording, that as you go to bed at night, you'll say a prayer for the prisoners, that the Lord will give them comfort and peace and joy, even in the midst of their hellish conditions in prison. Thank you for your time.